Hey guys, the video you're about to watch I made a couple of days ago. I didn't get finished editing it with everything that's going on, so I just finished today, so a bonus video, and I'll be working on the next one. Enjoy. Hi guys, we're back again with me. Start again. It's so bad. What you doing? Oh, sorry. I'll go out in a minute. I just came in here because it's very quiet in here because you guys are being so noisy.
I need
Okay, we'll try that again. There's not many places in this house where I can go to get away from the children. I was just going to say that now I am going to tackle the theatre room, what we call the theatre room. So I'm going to clean the theatre room. It's a challenge. Here's the mess. God, I hope you can't hear that, they're very loud. So yeah, every day with young children's challenging for me because you clean up and it gets messy again. No matter how many times you clean up, it just gets messy again, and the boys haven't made their beds. But they're 4 and 6, so I don't expect too much from them. I expect a little bit more from the older two. They do a lot more around the house, and Quinn, he's the 6-year-old, he tries and wants to do more. But yeah, so I don't always clean every day. To be honest, some days I just can't be bothered, and I just leave it until it drives me crazy because nobody else does it, and then I do it. Actually, I will say this though, we do the dishes every day at the very least. There's somebody once said to me when I was in mother's group, there's a difference between dirty and messy. So I make sure the house is clean, but the mess sometimes gets left. So we're going to be talking about our camping food and what we're taking camping. We're taking a lot of things that have long shelf life. So long life milk and tin food and things that don't need to be refrigerated, because where we're going is very much Bill's camping site, so there's no power, there's no running water, so we have to take our own drinking water with us. There's not even a flushable toilet, so that it's basically a hole in the ground with a box over the top and a toilet seat. We have lots of different food here, so we're going to start with the breakfast. We've got some shaker pancake mix. All you have to do is add water, shake it and cook it. Very basic. We've got some long life milk, which we'll use for cereals, and you might think that that's a lot of milk, but we've got 4 kids, so 6 litres of milk for around 7 days is pretty much accurate. We may even run out. We need it for coffee and hot chocolate as well, so you don't need to refrigerate that until you open it, and chances are we might use it all anyway. We've also got some tin fruit, which they can use for dessert or breakfast. The kids like to eat it just by itself for breakfast sometimes, and for dessert we might put it with some custard and or some rice cream, spam, but you know, it tastes good, so we like it. We slice it up and put it with some scrambled eggs or fried eggs. So the eggs I don't have here, obviously this is just the stuff that we don't put in the fridge, so there are some other things that I'll be packing on the day. And then we've got some lunch stuff, so wraps also. So we'll put that with some ham, a salami, a bit of lettuce, cheese, tomato, some healthy things. These are really good because they don't squash in the box like a loaf of bread might. They last longer. They have a good shelf life, so you don't have to put them anywhere cold. And it might be a hot summer, it might not. At the moment it's pretty rainy, and we're supposed to be leaving in less than 7 days. So who knows what the weather's going to be like. It can get really hot in the Grampians where we're going. Then we've got some noodles, which if we're at the campsite we might have those for lunch. They're very simple. You can either boil them on the stove, but we just put hot water in a container with the noodles for 2 minutes, and then they're pretty much cooked. Gnocchi, and this is really good because it's got a good shelf life. You don't have, and so we'll mix that with some sauces. We usually a good meal is pesto. We all love pesto, so mix that with some long life cream. So that doesn't need to go in the fridge either. So mix the pesto and the cream together, and with a little bit of bacon, and mix it with the gnocchi, and we've got a meal. I've got some really simple spiral pasta, which I will mix with some bolognese sauce. I cooked up the mince and added some sauce to it, put it in a Ziploc bag, and I've frozen it. So all I have to do is cook it in a saucepan, cook the pasta, and we've got a meal, which is very easy. Some tin spaghetti, some tin baked beans, and some cup of soup, which we might have for if the kids are still hungry after dinner or a lunchtime. Then we've got some snacks. We've got some cheese crackers, of course, marshmallows. We've got some different ones this time. They're twisted, different flavour ones. The kids like to roast them on the fire, but we may not be able to do that depending on the total fire band. If you're not from Australia, you might not know what a total fire band is. So in the summertime, we usually have a period of time where it's the peak of summer, when it's really hot and everything's really dry, where you can't have an open fire outside, and because of the risk of fires. So we may just cook those on the stove or something like that. And then we've got some apple puree and strawberry, also doesn't need to go in the fridge, and some chocolate custard, some fruit jelly cups. They also don't need to go in the fridge, so they're good for a snack. What else have we got? Oh, we've got some fruit bars. We'll be going on some hikes, so these things will be good to put in the backpacks for the hikes. I'll get some more meals. So we've got the Alfredo packet pasta, sour cream and chives, and carbonara. They're super easy to make as well. Just add a bit of milk and margarine or butter. Cook it on the stove, and you can have them as a whole meal. You can have them as a side dish with maybe some veggies or some meat as well. Then we've got a taco kit, which is super easy. All you have to do is cook the mince, which I've already done, and I've frozen in a Ziploc bag. So all I have to do is heat it up and make the tacos. We'll get fresh things like lettuce and tomato and cheese and closer to the date so that they don't spoil. So they'll go straight from the fridge into the esky. We've got some ice blocks that we'll put in them as well, and we'll get some bags of ice every day from the local town that we'll be close to, but not in Cold Halls Gap. I've got some chips, packets of chips up there for a bit of snack in the car on the way. We also have some other snacks that I'll take in the car for on the way because it's a 4-hour trip. So that's the basics of what we're taking. Okay, so that ends our day. The rest of the day was mostly spent trying to free up space on my phone because I found that videoing a lot has taken up a lot of space, and then trying to transfer everything onto my computer, which was a really, really long process. And hopefully now that I've freed up a lot of space, it's not going to take as long anymore.
I think it was all right. I think you're more tired from all of the computer nonsense and trying to talk to something that is electronic and just doesn't want to cooperate more than anything to do with the kids today. But I've been busy making some YouTube videos and whatnot, and looking after our niece. She's gorgeous, but she's young and needs to be supervised all the time.
There was lots of giggles today, lots and lots of giggles, so yes. I think they had fun.
Bit of a bad day for Malachi today, bit of a cranky pants.
Yep.
But tomorrow we're off to the zoo.
Yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.